major challenges and transformation. What an overused word this transformation is. How are you, Peter?
G'day, Keith. G'day, Miranda.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Welcome to
Miranda.
my day.
Okay.
Passive resistance to change. It was a keen one you were keen on.
Oh, look, very much so. I mean, it's a case where, in my opinion, if organisations haven't set the change brief and people just basically aren't well communicated to, they don't understand the strategy. There's going to be a very natural propensity to be resistant. The good old what's in it for me, the danger of my job being changed or maybe eradicated, is there's lots of concerns around that. It sounds like more risk than a reward unless delivered correctly, with the backdrop of a good strategy and a good communications plan. I mean, what's your thoughts, Miranda?
I think for me, having been a victim of this, and also on the other side of it, you're trying to help organisations navigate this. One of the things that constantly shows up for me is around setting the vision, and you know, people are happy to change if they truly understand where it is that the organisation is heading. And I think this is one of the things that you mentioned communication, but it's kind of more than that. It's like really getting people inspired about where they're heading,
Yeah,
and
an actual
truly
belief.
what
Yeah,
that's actually going to mean for them. I think that's a really critical element that often gets overlooked or undervalued, in terms of helping people navigate a change path.
yeah, no, really good point. Well, Peter, you've done some large changes in organisations. I mean, what's the right way to look at this? I mean, how do you identify it? I guess, and secondly, how would you try to move against that resistance and gain good consensus?
I love Miranda's point about the vision. I think that's really important. Where I've been in project rescue situations, one of the top 5 reasons that projects are falling over is that everyone thinks they're doing something different. There isn't a common vision. And if I look back inside the organisation, there's a little bit of an issue there too. Some people are KPI'd on making sure things are reliable. They could be the people in the IT operations area, for instance. They come to work every day and they just want to make sure things work all day. But other people in your organisation are KPI'd on changing stuff. They're in the projects division. And those two groups of people, if they don't have a common vision and they can't figure out how to work together, they're just at odds. One group's trying to change things, the other group doesn't want that to happen because it's undermining their ability to make sure things are reliable. So these two groups need to understand what the common vision is. And I guess I'd wrap that up by saying, uh, people just need to look at their house. That in the last 20 years, what's changed at home for you in terms of how you live your life, how you book trips away, how you order food, how you order a taxi. That's all completely different. The whole world changes all the time. You can't have an expectation that it's not going to happen.
But having listened to you guys, and some of the things that have come up in conversations around this over the path is that there are actually some people in an organization who are more entrenched in the longevity of their careers. They've done things this way all of their lifetimes. And I love some of the things, especially you, Peter, have talked about how to approach, it's not just a resistance. It's just like, why should I change? I've got 5 more years left in my career. I don't want to learn something new, or I don't want to do something new. Um, what do we do there? How do we keep those people inspired and on board, but navigate
There's
with
there's
them?
ways to do that, and you have to do it, right? There's like the idea that you're going to take someone with 5 years left in their career and say, we're going to teach you a whole new bunch of things. By the way, you won't be the expert anymore. You'll just be a beginner because we're teaching you new things. They don't want that, and they're not going to work well with you if that's what you do. every organisation has a whole bunch of legacy that has to keep running. And by tomorrow afternoon, we're not going to get rid of it all. And there's probably a 5 to 10 year phasing out of some of the legacy things that we're managing right now. So there's a great career, even for people who have only got 5 years left, even for people who don't want to change much, to actually keep managing and running the things that we've got already. And I've done this with clients before, where we've sat down, we've gone through their HR records, we've interviewed people and asked them what they wanted to do. And it's really simple to be able to split people up and say, you guys want to work on the future, you're all 25 to 35 or 45 years old, well, we're going to help you do it. You guys, 5 years left in your career, we want someone to make sure our organisation keeps running properly while these other guys are out changing everything. And that's an important job for you.
Yeah.
I love that.